You've tried the bitter polish. You've tried sheer willpower. You've probably told yourself to just stop 1,000 times. But what if the problem isn't the habit itself? In the next 30 minutes, we're not going to just talk about your hands. We're going to uncover the reasons your brain turns to this habit, and I'll give you a clear, science-backed plan to finally find peace. We have all felt that surge of frustration. You make a promise to yourself. You buy the newest product. You tell yourself, this time is different. Then, a week later, you feel that familiar stress creeping in, and before you know it, you are back exactly where you started. Please understand this deeply. This isn't a failure of willpower. It's a failure of strategy. For years, you've been focused on the wrong target. This biting habit, medically known as chronic onychophagia, is one of the most stubborn routines a person can have. Why? Because the cycle is deeply wired, often since childhood. The key to stopping a lifelong habit is realizing that you cannot win a battle by only fighting the middle ground. Think of this habit like a simple three-part engine in your brain. There is the Q***, the trigger that starts everything. There is the routine that is the biting itself. And there is the reward the feeling your brain gets that makes it want to repeat the cycle again later. This loop happens instantly, almost without thought. This is simply how the brain creates efficiency. Here is the fundamental mistake that derails nearly every attempt to quit. Almost every single piece of advice you've ever been given targets the routine. They tell you to stop the physical action. You apply bitter polish to stop the physical act. You put on gloves, or try to snap a rubber band to stop the physical act. You try to use brute force willpower to simply hold your hands still. This is the definition of focusing on the routine. This is the stop number one mistake. Trying to stop the routine without changing the cue or the reward is like trying to stop a powerful river by scooping out water in the middle. It is exhausting. It requires tremendous, unsustainable energy. You are fighting the powerful automatic current of your own brain. When the stress hits, the loop demands its reward, and your willpower crumbles instantly. If we want to succeed long-term, we need a smarter way. We need to go upstream to the cue or downstream to the reward. That is the winning strategy. If we address the start or change the outcome, the routine crumbles on its own. It becomes effortless. So where do we start? We start by making a new kind of promise. The first step is simple, but it is the most crucial piece of detective work you will ever do. We are not going to try to stop the habit this week. Instead, we are just going to observe it. You have to become a neutral detective of your own behavior. This is not about judging yourself. It is about pure observation. The goal is to identify your specific, unique cues. Remember, the cue is not the same as stress. Stress is too general. We are looking for the precise moment, the specific environmental factor that starts the engine. Where are your hands when the urge hits? This is the first question you must ask. Is it while you are reading emails? Watching the evening news? Are you driving alone in traffic? Sitting quietly during a phone call with a utility company? We are looking for those highly specific, repetitive situations. If this new, smarter way of thinking about habits is already helpful, please take a moment to subscribe. We are Silver Smile and Bites, and we share simple, science-backed ways to improve your everyday vitality every week. Subscribing helps us reach more people who need a kinder, clearer path to better health. We need to identify your specific triggers, because a trigger in your living room requires a different strategy than a trigger while you are waiting at the doctor's office. For the next few minutes, we will focus on the two main types of cues and how to track them down. The first type is the asterisk environmental cue. This cue is triggered by your physical surroundings. Think about the chair you sit in when you pay bills. Think about the remote control in your hand while watching TV. If your hands are habitually busy in these places, your environment is cueing the behavior. A specific time of day can also be an environmental cue. Maybe every evening at 7:30 after dinner the urge comes. The second type is the asterisk emotional cue. This is where most of the work lies. The habit is usually a self-soothing mechanism. Your brain is not trying to damage your nails. It is trying to solve a problem. It is looking for fast relief from an emotion. Is it boredom? Is it high anxiety? Is it deep focus required for a task? Is it sheer fatigue? When you identify the emotion, you identify the real problem that the biting is attempting to solve. For example, many adults bite their nails not because of general stress, but because they are trying to concentrate. The habit acts as a focusing tool, a small sensory input that helps the brain filter out background noise. If this is your cue, trying to stop the biting will actually hurt your concentration, making the task harder. No wonder you fail. To transition from the mistake to the solution, you need a simple tool. This is a very simple daily log. Do not try to stop the habit yet. Just take 5 seconds immediately after you notice you have bitten your nails and ask yourself 2 simple questions. Question 1, where am I? And question 2, what am I feeling? This simple tracking is the foundation of the winning strategy. It moves you past the biggest mistake and gives you the exact blueprint for your personalized replacement routine. Now that we understand the mistake, that we must focus on the cue, not the routine, we move into the correct approach. The winning strategy has 2 main steps. The first is what we just covered. Not identify the cue asterisk. The second, and perhaps the most powerful, is to asterisk. Replace the reward. Asterisk. Remember that 3-part engine? The brain does not want the routine, the biting. It wants the reward that comes immediately after. The feeling of texture, the release of tension, the brief distraction, the return to focus. That is the true gold your brain is mining for. If you provide that same reward with a healthier, safer routine, your brain will switch gears effortlessly. The old habit simply withers away. Let's look at the 3 most common rewards that nail biting delivers and the gentle, simple replacement strategies for each one. The first common reward is asterisk tension release. This is the feeling you get when you are frustrated, stressed, or angry, and the biting provides a momentary distraction or physical outlet. For many, this is the most common trigger. If your cue is emotional stress, waiting on a phone call, arguing with family, reading difficult news, your replacement routine must provide immediate, healthy tension relief. We recommend the *90s Mind clasp and deep breath. When you feel the tension cue, your replacement routine is immediate and non-destructive. Clasp your hands together tightly in your lap, interlocking your fingers. Squeeze them as hard as you can for 5 seconds. While squeezing, take one deep, slow 6-second inhale and then a 7-second exhale. This sequence provides a physical release of tension, a sensory distraction, and a calming dose of oxygen. It gives your brain the physical and mental break it was seeking, but without damaging your hands. The second common reward is sensory stimulation or correction. This reward is often sought when you are bored, or when a nail feels slightly rough, chipped, or uneven. The brain demands sensory input to correct the perceived imperfection. If your cue is boredom or a rough patch, your replacement must focus on safe, positive sensory input. This strategy requires a physical setup. You need to create a nail care sanctuary. This is not a grand setup. It is a tiny kit you keep everywhere, in your purse, next to the TV chair, or on your desk. This kit should contain 3 items: a high-quality hand cream, a small, smooth metal or glass vial, and a bottle of cuticle oil. When the cue hits, you feel a rough edge or are deeply bored, the new routine is not biting. It is immediate, gentle filing of the edge, followed by applying the hand cream or cuticle oil. This replacement is brilliant because it offers the reward, sensory correction and tactile input, while reinforcing the opposite behavior of biting. You are caring for your hands instead of destroying them. This small act of self-kindness quickly rewires the reward loop. The third common reward is focus and grounding. As we mentioned, many people bite when they need to concentrate deeply. It is a form of self-regulation, a way to anchor their attention. If your cue is the need for focus at your computer, during a lecture, or while solving a puzzle, your replacement must be a focus aid. We recommend a fidget friend. This is a small, satisfying object you hold and manipulate. This could be a smooth worry stone, an acupressure ring, or even a small piece of velvet or silicone. The key is that it must be tactile and require subtle finger movement. When the focus cue hits, simply transfer the energy to the fidget friend. Your brain gets the sensory input it needs to regulate focus, and your mouth stays away from your fingers. This is a subtle yet powerful switch that gives your brain what it needs without the damage. The biggest mistake is believing the reward is the biting. The success is realizing the reward is relief, and you can deliver that relief in 100 better ways. Once you have identified your cue, say, watching the news, and your reward, say, tension release, you simply create a simple if/then statement. If the news is on, I will clasp my hands and take one deep breath. This approach respects the complexity of the habit while making the solution incredibly simple. You are setting yourself up for success by pre-programming the better answer before the urge even strikes. This is the difference between struggling and winning. To fully execute the CUE reward method, we must talk about the environment. Because we are focused on adults 55 and older, stability and routine are often crucial. However, familiar routines can become powerful, silent triggers. If we don't clean up the environment, it will sabotage the new habit every time. The goal is to gently make the old routine harder and the new routine easier. Start by examining the high trigger zones you identified in Step 1. Is the kitchen counter a common biting zone? Is it the car? If the environment is cueing the habit, we must introduce what psychologists call a pattern interrupt. A pattern interrupt is a small, conscious action that breaks the automaticity of the habit. For many, simply applying a clear, matte nail strengthener or a non-bitter, pleasant-smelling lotion every single morning can be a powerful disruptor. This doesn't stop the habit, but it introduces a subtle physical difference. When the urge comes, the texture on the nail is unfamiliar, giving your conscious mind a brief second to intervene. Another powerful environmental strategy is the asterisk visibility nudge. We want to make the replacement tools unavoidable. If you know you bite while watching television, place your fidget friend directly on the remote control. If you bite in the car, put your small bottle of hand cream right next to the gear shift or cup holder. You are literally building success into your line of sight. This is especially effective for seniors or caregivers who spend a lot of time helping others. Your focus is often external, leading to unconscious self-soothing. By making the calming tool visible and accessible, you make it easier to care for yourself during moments of external stress. Let's address the common objection that often trips people up: the slip-up. Because this is a long-term habit, you will inevitably slip up. You will catch yourself biting. When this happens, most people jump straight into shame and self-criticism, which immediately increases the stress, leading to more biting. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. We must replace the shame with compassion. This is a critical mindset shift that aligns perfectly with the philosophy of Silver Smile and Bites. When you catch yourself, do not dwell on the mistake. Instead, use that moment as a successful cue identification. You must stop immediately and ask yourself, what was the cue just now? Was it fatigue? Was it a loud noise? Then, perform the positive replacement routine immediately. If you identified that your reward is tension release, immediately clasp your hands and take 3 slow, deep breaths. This is not punishment, it is recalibration. You are training your brain that even a slip-up leads back to the healthy path. One key adaptation for our 55-plus audience involves physical comfort. If you are choosing a tactile replacement, ensure it is easy on the hands. Fine motor skills can sometimes be challenging. Choose a larger, smooth worry stone over a complex, tiny fidget toy. Choose a wide, easy-to-open tube of hand cream over a small jar with a screw top. We must eliminate any friction that makes the healthy habit inconvenient. The healthier choice must always be the easier choice. The success of this entire method hinges on consistency, not perfection. You are not striving for perfectly manicured nails overnight. You are striving for 1 hour more of awareness than the day before. You are building a new, gentle rhythm of self-care. Focus on making the replacement ritual a pleasant, simple pause in your day. a moment of kindness to your hands and your mind. This is how you begin to permanently leave the habit behind. As we shift from the replacement routines to the final long-term phase, we need to talk about reinforcement and nourishment. Stopping the biting is only half the battle. The other half is cultivating a positive relationship with your hands and improving their vitality. This is where the gentle movement and simple nutrition pillars of our channel come into play. A major reason people revert to biting is the condition of the nails after a period of growth. They might be brittle, prone to snagging, or still uneven. These imperfections instantly become new cues for the old habit. The brain says, "That rough edge needs to be fixed," and the quickest fix is the destructive one. To prevent this, we must focus on strengthening the nails from the inside out and the outside in. This minimizes those physical cues. First, let's talk about simple nutrition. Healthy nails are a strong sign of overall wellness and proper nutrient absorption. While no vitamin will stop the habit itself, ensuring adequate intake of key building blocks can significantly improve nail strength and resilience, eliminating rough edges that trigger biting. Protein is crucial, as nails are primarily made of a protein called keratin. Ensure your daily meals include lean sources of protein, whether from poultry, fish, eggs, or plant-based options like lentils and beans. Another often cited nutrient is biotin, part of the B vitamin family. Some evidence suggests that biotin supplementation may help strengthen brittle nails. Talk to your doctor about whether a supplement is right for you, but you can also boost biotin naturally through foods like eggs, nuts, and sweet potatoes. We are simply supporting the body's natural desire to heal itself. Second, let's reinforce externally with movement and care. The simple ritual of applying cuticle oil or hand cream several times a day is one of the most important aspects of prevention. When you massage the lotion into your nail beds and cuticles, you are stimulating blood flow. This gentle movement encourages healthier growth and keeps the entire nail unit pliable, less prone to breaking and tearing. It also builds a subconscious association between your hands and pleasant feelings of care and moisturizing, not tension and destruction. This simple hand massage can also serve as a valuable replacement routine itself. If the urge to bite strikes, the new routine becomes a 3-minute focused hand massage, noticing the texture, the warmth, and the fragrance of the lotion. This movement delivers the sensory grounding your brain craves. Remember the fidget friend from the previous step? Let's take that concept and integrate gentle hand movements. Simple exercises like slowly pressing your fingertips together or making a gentle fist and slowly uncurling your fingers can also relieve tension and keep your hands busy during high-risk moments like reading or watching TV. These movements are quiet, discreet, and help maintain dexterity and flexibility in your hands. The entire mindset here is one of investment. Every time you moisturize, every time you take a deep breath instead of biting, you are investing in your future vitality. You are proving to your brain that your hands are objects of care, not targets of tension. This positive reinforcement is the quiet engine that sustains the new habit long after the initial excitement wears off. Your body is ready to heal itself. We just need to give it the right tools. We've successfully shifted the focus from the biggest mistake, fighting the routine, to the winning strategy, identifying the cue and replacing the reward. Now let's wrap this entire approach into a simple, maintainable blueprint. This is your final action plan for long-term success. The key to maintenance is turning these deliberate actions into automatic habits. Remember, the old biting routine was automatic. We want the new replacement routine to become just as automatic, requiring zero willpower. We will use the simple concept of asterisk habit stacking. This means attaching the new positive action to an existing routine that you already do every single day. This makes it impossible to forget. Think about your established routines. For many adults 55 and over, these might include taking morning medications, getting ready for bed, or having a cup of coffee. Here are 3 examples of powerful habit stacks tailored to this new routine. If your replacement routine is to apply cuticle oil, dine morning medication, dine morning medication, dine morning medication, dine morning medication, I will apply cuticle oil to all 10 fingers. This takes 60 seconds and is now anchored to an established time slot. If your replacement routine is the hand clasp and deep breath for tension relief, before asterisk I turn on the evening news, then 9 SOS asterisk I will perform 3 controlled breaths while clenching my hands. This prepares you for a known emotional cue. If your replacement routine is using the fidget friend for focus when known asterisk I sit down at the desk to pay bills, then known asterisk I will immediately put the fidget friend in my non-dominant hand. You set the environment for success before the task even begins. Habit stacking removes the need to remember. It removes the stress of having to find time. You simply integrate the new habit into the existing flow of your life. Another vital aspect of long-term success is managing setbacks with grace. It is crucial to remember that stopping a habit is not a straight line. There will be relapses. You might face a period of immense stress, a family health scare or moving house, and find yourself reverting. This is not failure. It is data. If you slip up, do not throw the entire system out. Do not allow that shame cycle to restart. Instead, view the relapse as a powerful reminder of your emotional cue. Say to yourself, that cue was stress about finances. My replacement routine for that specific cue needs to be stronger. Then, simply wipe the slate clean and restart the next hour. Focus on your 90% success rate, not the 10% lapse. Self-compassion is the true secret weapon against destructive habits. We are aiming for vitality and resilience, not perfectionism. We have spent this time together focusing on the #1 mistake, fighting the routine instead of tackling the cue and the reward. You now have the full, science-backed method. You know how to identify your precise triggers, how to provide your brain with the healthier replacement reward, and how to build a lasting maintenance plan using habit stacking. This entire process is about regaining control, not through force, but through intelligence and kindness. Your hands deserve care, and you deserve peace of mind.